Great. What is the video title about?
Okay, so it talks about Kevin Samuels. So Kevin Samuels is dead. Just an FYI, he died, I think, within the last year or so. He died during an intimate moment. But in all honesty, he used to give people advice, men and women, about, relationship advice or how to get a partner. And he was really realistic with people. And I just want to see your reaction to some of his advice, if that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Kevin Samuel crazy savage moment. All right.
Okay.
Take a look at it. Hey, before we go on, make sure you subscribe, like our channel,
And comment probably.
Yeah, comment.
Tell us what you think of Kevin Samuels or what you think of our opinions.
Since I don't know much about this person.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
I guess he has like trust issues, whatnot. So I'm like sharing my location with him just to make him feel comfortable. Is that weird?
Have you had any therapy?
Yes, I have in the past.
You need to go back.
Oh my gosh, really?
And you're already trying to make him feel comfortable 2 weeks into it.
Right.
That's too much proving to do. You're not his wife.
I'm just being nice and being like,
That's
hey,
not being
like,
no, it's not it's not being nice. It's being a people pleaser. That's not normal. That's not normal. You want to be nice? All right, let's go out a couple of times. I need you to give me $10,000. Be nice. Oh, be nice.
no.
Come on, be nice. Come on, be nice. I need $10,000.
I find it very strange to provide your location to someone that you've only been dating for 2 weeks.
I'm sorry. I actually didn't hear the first part. What she said. What she said again?
She said that she wanted the person that she was dating to feel comfortable from now on. And so she was providing that person with her location to be nice.
To be nice of what?
I don't know. I've never heard of someone. I don't know what that has to do with being nice. Like, I don't understand the logic behind it. Like, it sounds.
To be nice for the other person that able to stalk you?
Yeah. Or is it because you want some form of control over the other person so they feel compelled to provide their location to you?
You think that is what she tried to do?
I think that's a possibility. That's what some people do. Like, I give you something that I truly want in return. It's a form of projection, I feel.
Interesting. I never thought about this. Like, people was like, for example, if I do something for this person, it's just only me doing on my own turn. It doesn't mean that I want the other person doing the same thing.
It's like a mutual benefit. So, I've seen people do it before, and I've heard girls talk about doing that to people, to like men, to manipulate them and stuff like that.
Damn, you guys have like
no, like I've heard people say that, and I was like, that just seems like a waste of time. But it's all about a personal choice. I think it's a whole game aspect.
Okay.
If you, in the gaming, because some people treat dating like a game to get something.
That's too much work, yo.
But he's not wrong when he says it sounds like you need therapy. Because that sounds so odd. Why would you provide someone that you barely know your location 100% of the time? I don't even give my mom or my dad my location 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And I've known them for a fairly decent amount of time.
Like, I think this girl or girl doing something like that is normally easy to get trapped into a relationship real quick.
But it sounds like she wants to trap him in the relationship. She's doing relationship things that are done in a year. It sounds almost like love bombing someone probably. And she's doing something really weird where she's like smiling and flicking her hair the whole entire time during the conversation.
That made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I was like, bitch, sit still. Like, not like she's a bitch, but like, girl, like, you need to sit still and just... And she keeps moving. It's weird. It's like she's uncomfortable in her own body.
Yeah, she is like... Maybe that's like shouldn't get gesture. We don't know.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
You need to go ahead and run the soul train on you. Be nice.
No.
Of course. So there are things that sound crazy to you.
Yes.
Sharing your location with somebody you've gone out with twice is crazy.
Okay.
I give myself a solid 9.8.
his reaction to her saying that she was a 9.8 out of 10 was just to stare at her. That look says like, are you serious? Is that what you really rate yourself?
I mean, a lot of people try to boost their self-confidence. They were saying that, like, I'm gonna project, like, fake it till you make it. You have to be able to feel that way to make it to that way.
But some people's looks will never be that high, no matter how much you physically change it.
Is that what she think though? Like, is it?
No, I'm not saying that. No, she's saying that he asks her, what would you rate yourself? That the other opposite men would think of you. And because he asks people that regularly. And she's saying a 9.8 out of 10.
Maybe her weighting system is not just only including the look, including like the taking care of the other person, maybe also financially stable and such combined.
I think, okay. I can see that, I guess. But I mean, in most aspects, how often do men really care how much a woman can financially take care of them?
Like 10%.
So that shouldn't even be on the rating tool. If men barely even care about that, then it's not that important. If you're trying to attract an opposite person, shouldn't you be thinking about their perspective, not what you think is attractive? Right? Because that sounds like something a woman would find attractive.
Yes, true.
Are you trying to get a woman or are you trying to get a man?
Maybe some men would think that way.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I mean, there's other things that I would say is more attractive than money. I don't know. I would not look at that. But that's me personally.
You don't look at any other aspect in the relationship.
What do you mean? Like, I care about different things. Like, how are you reliable?
Yeah. That's woman like mindset that will look for everything well-rounded quality.
Yeah, I like reliability. You constantly tell me how horrible my humor is. So I need to make sure that I'm with someone that has a very thick skin and a very good sense of humor. And then I think that I need someone that is emotionally mature enough that if they're getting angry, I want to see how they
react.
Are they the type to insult you or the type to not insult you? Like, those things are very important to me personally. And are you someone that's going to stick around during the hard times? Or are you someone that dips fairly quickly? Because that just means you're not reliable. Like, reliability is extremely important to me.
Gotcha.
She literally just ended the conversation.
To let you know, I have a pause over here. I see that, like, I found that troublesome. Like, you said that you don't know what you want. I think she didn't want to say it in front of the whole world to like judging her, and that's a lot of people's problem. They didn't want to say, oh, okay, I want this. This is at least minimum. You have to have a stable job. You have to have this.
But there's also the aspect that I don't think she respected her own criteria. Like, she didn't even think it was a good list.
Or maybe her aim was too high. She just doesn't want to say it. Like, I want a millionaire. I want a billionaire. I just want to be a sugar baby. Like, she didn't want like the whole world see her the way that she doesn't want anybody to portray her how she actually is.
That's possible. It's probably that she didn't want to be judged in any form of way. That's a complete possibility.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I like my list. I feel like my list is reasonable. I think that you need to be reasonable when you ask for a list. Yeah. So I think he thinks that she sounded bad.
So he thought she was lying because she said she found a rich guy that is too religious.
I have no idea. I think he probably thought she seemed off. I think that's why he said you can't make this shit up.
Interesting.
I have no idea what that was about.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's called a savage moment though.
You got married?
Yeah.
You currently married?
Yes.
Oh.
Married, yeah.
No.
I'm sorry. Okay, wait, let me read this. She wanted advice on how to get her ex back, but she's married.
What's the point for you to get married if you want your ex back? Like
The point is to cheat.
don't you feel like it's so much hassle to go through over?
Also, why are you publicizing it for thousands of people to see? Someone might screen grab it and send it to your husband.
I'm pretty sure that the husband is no longer a husband.
I hope he left her.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Ma'am. Are you trolling me?
No, I'm not.
A platform with 1 million folks actively talking about leaving your husband to get back with your ex.
Because he's high value, and I felt like...
And the reason you want to break your covenant with God and wreck your home of the pipe fitter guy is because the previous guy was higher value, meaning he earns more money?
Yeah, and his social status, how he looks.
What would the world say about that man?
It would say that this woman he got back with is the one he always wanted.
She belongs to the streets.
Why are you laughing at that? You're talking about cheating on your husband for millions of people to see.
You make it look like it's a proud thing to do.
That's not something proud to do. Like, you made a commitment and you're negging on your commitment. In my opinion, I feel like that's something shameful.
It is shameful, but she wants to make it adjustment for it because she wants the whole world to see that, oh, you might need to see my point of view, that I see this person is more high value and able to do da da da.
But everything she's talking about is superficial. He has a higher... he makes more money, I guess. He's better looking, and he has a higher standing in society. None of those three things that she mentioned had anything to do with personality. Like, what type of person is he? Like, who he is as an individual, how he treats others.
You're right. I think that's what she wants, though. That's all she cares about the money.
These, excuse my French, niggas alone, they always want to take me to court. Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means that it's like when I break up from with a guy, I go through divorces because they can't take me, leaving them in the dust, in the dirt, where I left them at. Because they don't act right. So I have to move on. Is that right? Do you think that that's right of them?
Why are you such a poor judge of character to pick me and you gotta leave?
Run that back? I couldn't really.
Ooh, damn.
No.
Ooh, damn. Why are you such a poor judge? No, ma'am. I listened to what you said. You came in talking about how you feel like you're in divorce court because you gotta leave these men in the dirt. And all I hear is you're a shit judge of character picking men because you don't leave quality men.
You absolutely right. So God, please stop sending me.
No, God ain't got nothing to do with it. No, God ain't got nothing to do with it. Please don't bring my God into this.
I agree with that.
As she said,
She's talking about how she has to keep leaving men and divorcing men because they can't keep up with her and they have horrible personalities. And he's saying, well, if there's more than one, why are you bad at picking men? It's not the men's fault that you keep picking bad ones. That's your personal choice. Mm-hmm. And then she said, she starts begging God to
give her a decent guy.
Yeah, but he was like, this has nothing to do with God. That's
your own judgment.
Yeah. Why? If you're bad at picking someone, you are just bad at picking someone.
You couldn't doing the same thing to expect different results.
What's the definition of insanity?
He couldn't have children anymore, and he was unaware of that. So I immediately divorced him because children was the outcome that I wanted to have. It is what it is. It is what it is. It was terrible, but like I told him from the beginning, like I got married so we could have children, and then he found out he couldn't have children after we got married. So now I am actively looking.
Karma's a bitch. How do you know you're gonna be able to carry children to term?
Exactly. I know. I do know that. It is I'm not it is I'm like I said
So
I don't think she's necessarily a bad person for leaving someone when the purpose of her marriage, and he knew her purpose of marriage was to have children.
Okay.
I see her point in that, because men leave women when they're barren a lot of the times. Like, we wish that in the vows that we make, like sick or through poor, right? Or in sickness and in health, like, I will be there with you. But if one of the understandings you have before you get married is, I want to have children, I think the only fault that they made before getting married is that they should have gone and checked their levels at the doctor. If one of the agreements is we're going to have children, and this is what I want in this marriage, then
I think the same thing. Like, you should have that's really what you want at the beginning, and you both agree. You should have do your research and actually make sure you guys are capable to have kids before you even get into marriage. Marriage is not a joke. Like, why everybody make it like, oh, okay, we just can get married and then the next day we can just go on.
I think people take marriage very lightly, but men leave women all the time for not being able to have children, or because they want more children, or because a wife wants to, make it so that she can't have children anymore. There's tons of reasons why people get divorced. Hers isn't the most invalid one that I've seen. If anything, it's her fault in the sense of she should have got the testing done, but I'm not exactly angry at it. It seems that she's remorseful and uncomfortable with what she did. Even though she's smiling, she was like, yeah, I know I'm horrible. Like, she probably beat herself up about it, or I would hope she did, right? I would hope there would be some form of shame, because like, a man's ability to be potent is very important to him, and you left him because he wasn't. I mean, there's also the aspect that you could have stayed in the marriage and then figured, like, what about
adoption
or finding a sperm? Well, it sounds like she wants to carry a child.
Okay.
So what about sperm donor? What about seeing if there's anything that he could have done through the doctors to become more potent? Those are options that she could have stayed in the marriage. I would have respected that more. That means you never loved him enough to fight through it. But at the same time, she is stating that the only purpose she got married was to have children. So it's like, I can see where this is like a gray area.
Yeah, that one is a really interesting one.
I'm asking seriously, man, it's not really a value judgment as much as I'm just trying to hold a mirror up to you, because you say the shit you say to people around you, and they let you believe this stuff. I'm telling you, as somebody who got no dog in the fight.
I guess his argument is you left him, but you don't even know if you're able to have children.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it sounds like she didn't even care enough about the relationship that the only thing she wanted was children. So, I mean,
it's not a bad thing for them to be separated.
Yeah, especially if she's like that, then it's not the worst thing. But at least he's being honest with her in the sense of, you don't sound like a great person or a great human being. Maybe you should treat people better and life will give you more fruit. But it's not the worst thing I've heard. At least she's not delusional. Or maybe she is delusional. I'm not sure.
But she used to be honest with herself. Like, she's not like trying to trick the guy and then, go along the way and then just wait until like a couple years down the road. That is too far gone.
Yeah, she wouldn't be able to have kids. She probably wanted to like nix.
Yeah.
I guess I can see that. I don't know.
It's a really gray area.
But I take vows so seriously. You've seen me, like, I take my marriage extremely seriously. So, I don't know.
Some people are not enough in much. How I say it, they don't love that person enough to, just like you mentioned earlier, they don't love the person enough to fight through the situation.
Or find a solution around it, or a plan B. I guess that's true. I mean, so far, what do you think about Kevin Samuels, though? Does he seem...
Actually, first, at the beginning, I take back my joke. I'm so sorry about, like, saying that, like, he passed away because, and you mentioned it.
Oh, yeah, I made a joke as well.
Like, yeah, that it was a nurse. I was like, oh, damn. But he seems like a really decent guy. Like, if I would know, I wouldn't make that comment.
I think he sounds realistic. And it's not only, I think they only showed women in this, but he normally does, he says the same things to men. Where if a man mentions that he's not making that much money, that he's overweight, and that he doesn't understand why girls are not going to be with them, he was like, well, to be honest, you have to make more money and you have to lose the weight. How do you not realize that?
So maybe somebody loved the way I am.
I mean, yeah, there's possibilities, but with nowadays how a lot of people are,
yeah,
like if you're trying to find the opposite sex, it's fairly difficult, especially when you're attracted to. Are you attracting the people that you want, or are you attracting people you just like whatever comes at you? What type of person are you? Are you attracted to the people that will accept someone like that? And if you are, go for it, right? But if you're not and you want something else, but you know that they're looking for someone that makes more money and is more physically fit, then you have to obtain your game. Yeah, you have to up the game so that they find your personality. Like they look past things to get to the personality, because a lot of people don't look past face value.
Yeah, a lot. And I heard one of the coworker that I have worked with before is saying, "Oh, I would never date a person that is like I would never marry. I would divorce a person." I would rephrase that. I would divorce a person if that person get fat.
Okay.
So like he has a standard that like they're dating and such. She couldn't get fat after they married.
A lot of people say that. I don't think saying fat is the right thing, right? I think if someone says, I want to be someone that enjoys fitness the amount that I enjoy fitness, right? And that is one of the things, I want to have that common hobby. But when you lose interest in fitness, I lose my attraction to you. Right?
That's a better way
There's
to
a
put
difference,
it.
Right? Because is it fitness you care about, or is it the physical features of the person? There's two different versions of that. Because there's some people that want someone that has the same interest in fitness in them and likes taking care of themselves. And there's also the people that believe fitness is a form of loving yourself, right? And if you stop taking care of yourself, you become someone that, starts eating a lot, and that person equates it to something that you don't care about yourself enough to take care of yourself, right? And we're not talking 5-10 pounds. I don't think a lot of men care about 5-10 pounds. I'm sure those people are talking about 50-100 pounds, close to like being diabetic. I think that's what they probably meant, right?
No, not that particular person that I talked to. I was like, how about that person just only gained 10 pounds? I know. Well, they're not maintaining their fatigue. Guess what? They need to go. I was like, then you waste your time.
I don't know, because I have a friend who was dating a woman, and he would say those things, right? His girlfriend at the time did gain like 70 pounds. Like 70 pounds. Never said anything to her, only cared that she was still exercising, taking care of herself, right? He did not care that she had gained 70 pounds. He didn't even notice until they broke up that she had gained that much weight, right? And he's someone that super takes care of himself, exercises twice a day, makes sure that he has a six-pack year-round. That's constantly making sure that he's lifting more and more weight, right? He didn't notice that she gained that much weight. But thank God they broke up, because it turns out she was cheating on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well.
But at the same time, like for someone who constantly said fitness matters to him so much, right? And someone being physically fit and someone that wasn't overweight, she did become overweight, where it would be classified as physically obese. Never said a thing to her, did tell her she was beautiful. So I don't know. There's two different types of people. I think people say one thing, but they also probably
Not doing
their action. But there are some people that would still divorce a woman, or even women might divorce a man because they're unhappy. It goes both ways. But I think that's the end of our video for Kevin Samuels. So
if you find it interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next video.
bye.